What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Beller Baller here. Took a little bit of a break from the YouTube content. That's because I was overseas. I was in Europe. I was actually in England, London more specifically. Was I scouting the major? Maybe. What's to you? But missed a couple of weeks. But we are back in the saddle. Wanted to get back on the game a day schedule here. I think the thing that has hurt me in the past is trying to do like a ton of editing and make the videos like really intense, and then it's just like, oh, I can't stick with this every single day. So what if we just go pure, raw, authentic, one game a day? What do you think about that? This is the first game we got back, and it looks like it's going to be a blowout pretty quick here, but I promise you, it is not. We are on board with Justin. You might have heard of him. Shopify Rebellion's latest pickup. The veteran looking to get them to their first online competition. Them, I guess, in this case, being the duo or trio, if you count the coach, of Two-Piece, Parth, and Memory. So this is a round 2 matchup against Gen.G esports. And I think the general sentiment here would be that this is going to be a Gen.G win. They're one of the better-looking teams in the world, certainly one of the better ones in North America. But we found ourselves in a Game 5 here. Just a quick recap before we watch some more from Justin's POV as Two-Piece dodging a bump on the back wall and gets a pinch save out to save what could have been a 3-0 deficit. Game 1. Shopify go up 2-0 and pretty early, first couple of minutes, excuse me, and then they hold Gen.G to only 5 shots in the final 2 minutes of that game. They get one through to break the goal scoring seal, but too little too late. Shopify are up 1-0. Game 2, 4-0, super early for Gen.G. They respond back, and 8 demos from Gen.G as this ball is whipping around on screen right now. This is probably the pace that Gen.G like it. But 8 demos, 4-0 early. I think they ended up winning that 4-2, so we're tied 1 apiece. Game 3, pivotal, 9-goal shootout, goes overtime. 2 minutes of it, Parth has a hat trick, just not enough. And here is why we're on Justin POV before we get to Game 4. Let's actually rewind that real quick and look at it again. Two-Piece is just an excellent facilitator, the deft little touch to get it past the defender. And then Justin's speed comes through to put them on the board. Let's wrap up the Game 4, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Justin and what that shot that we just saw encapsulates. Game 4, early Shopify Rebellion lead. They go up 3-0 in the first 2.5 minutes, and that's kind of all she wrote. So here's Game 5. Let's rewind one more time and see how Justin's going to get a second one on the board here really quick. Rotates back boost. Two-Piece over one, creates the double commit, and then just a slot from Justin, who really has found his stride on this team as an elite off-ball option. Typically in the past, it's kind of a 3-man game where, at least statistically, we've seen Shopify spread the love super equally. If you look at them on the stat sheet, you see that typically the goal participation between these 3 is almost identical. They're all getting involved in the exact same manner as one another, which can be fruitful because if you have a game where somebody's not feeling it, you have 2 teammates who can back you up. But I think in a lot of cases it helps to know, generally speaking, the roles of the players on your team. This is something that translates to all traditional sports as well. And in at least this open qualifier in day 1, we saw Justin kind of being the lead striker for this team, which is rare. He doesn't necessarily get a lot of assists, so it's not a lot of on-ball time necessarily. Only 1 assist to his name over the course of this series, for example. But we did see him shoot 7 of 18 over the course of the series, and those 7 goals led Shopify Rebellion pretty easily. Excuse me, as the double demo is not enough for Chronic to break the stalemate here. Just a little too slow on that approach, I would say. But let's see what First Killer can create in transition as Justin gets the upfield demo. Really gets Gen.G on the back pedal, but Chronic is able to handle that pretty easily and continue to keep the ball in a pretty dangerous position. Justin's speed there, oh my goodness. Apparently, Jack, that was one example of him not having the best series of his life. He only had one assist in this series to match Justin, which is pretty out of character for apparently Jack, as we see them really start to demo chase just to open up anything. This one's getting pretty risky as we get into the waning seconds of this game and series. But Parth and Two Piece, both 11 shots to their names over the course of this series. Two Piece was able to put away 3, had some pretty great assist numbers. Parth shot 5 for 11. One of those was the hat trick that we talked about in that 9-goal game 3. So neither of them had absolutely, eye-melting series by any means on the offensive end. But this is kind of what Shopify, I think, would prefer. We saw it over the course of almost every game in the series. Whoever scored first typically scored a couple early, and then it was just too much for the other team to overcome. Excuse me. So it seems like Shopify likes to not necessarily turn games into shootouts. They would prefer to pick their spots, win low-scoring games, get on the board early, and then just kind of melt the clock and win just with wits and whatnot. But let's lock in here and see if Justin can add to the 2 goals he had already in this game. I did watch this live, but I was also working, so I'll be honest with you. I can't remember if he scores the 3rd to get the hat trick here. We're going to find out in a moment, I guess, as he is able to play some pretty quality defense on the sidewall there. Gets the bump on First Killer, too, who still gets the ball pretty dangerously across. I guess nobody from Gen.G was there early enough to commit. First Killer is going to get the beat over Justin. Two Piece, the second one of those kind of diving down saves that he's made over the course of this. And now we're getting a little wacky here as Justin's trying to get a sneaky little bumper demo on Chronic upfield. Pretty great clear. Dusted by First Killer. Gets that boost, which is huge. Let's see if they can do anything with this impactful position they're in. And Justin with the speed. Let's look at this one more time to see how this develops. So that huge boom out, by Justin. First Killer with the dust straight to Parth, though. That's a big win. Let's see if apparently Jack would have needed that in this play. And look, Jack's trying to wave dash back. I think he's probably on no boost there. So that steal was huge. Can we find his POV? There he was. So he gets demoed, and then let's see how this one comes across. Has to play this one in. Gets a big bump. Once that corner, can't get it literally on 0, gets bumped as well. Tries to wave dash to get into this, and he really probably could have gone a little quicker, but Justin was right there to put it away. And that's the series. That's how Shopify Rebellion end up winning this one. Off Justin 3 goals to his name, but still is not the MVP with the hat trick. That goes to Two Piece with an unbelievable 5 saves and 3 assists. Heck of a performance by Shopify Rebellion, who are still well in the hunt to make Major 2. We'll see if they can improve on what they've shown previously and make it deeper into the playoffs. I think we've only seen them make one top 4 over the course of the season, and it might have been Open Qualifier 1 back in Major 1, if I remember correctly. But that's the game of the day for today. I'm just going to try and do these more raw flowing videos for you guys to keep the content rolling. And let me know what you think about this. Would you like me to add more structure? Do you like this? Do you just want to hear me talk at you every day about a game of Rocket League? Because I can do it. I promise you I can do it. All right, guys, that's it for me. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll chat soon. Okay, see ya.